Welcome back to the sunny south coast of England. Beautiful blue clear skies outside, which we're not allowed to currently enjoy due to the lockdown from coronavirus. Hope everyone is doing as they're told and staying in as much as they can. Obviously there are exceptions to that, but for the most part, for most of us, it's stay indoors and do what you can to keep yourself occupied. And with that in mind, I picked up this little beauty a few weeks ago. It's the ultimate limited collector's edition of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings extended trilogies. I think there's 30 discs. It weighs a complete ton, so I've got to be careful because I've got a bit of a bad back at the moment as well. Beautiful box. I've not opened it yet, so we're going to go through this together. All I've done is just remove the shrink wrap just to speed things up a little bit. I think what we'll probably end up doing is flipping the camera around so we can have a better look at what's inside. But you can see there's some beautiful box art. What have you got there? It's Smaug, isn't it? Yep. And you've got the Eye of Sauron on the other side. On the top tells you what it is, and the bottom's just plain black, so I won't bother showing you that. So quite a pricey item, but we'll get into that probably in the summary. So let's have a look what's inside. Shiny, that new box smell. Oh, okay, so actually folds down from the front as well to make removing it a little bit easier. And it's going to be that annoying polystyrene sliding against each other sound, I think, for the minute. Alright, so I mean it's pretty much good to go straight out of the box, as you can see. So what I'll do is I'll take that out and we can have a proper look and break it all down. Right, so here's the case itself. Pretty solid, and that's what makes up most of the weight. Nice hardwood. I don't know what wood it is. Don't think it says on the box. Don't know. I'm going to guess pine. I'm no wood expert, but anyway, it's pretty solid stuff. It's not cheap MDF. It's got little windows like from Bag End. That's on either side. Yeah, they're just stained. Got wood stain, but they're not see-through. You can't see right through the other side from them, but that's fine. And there's a slot at the bottom, which the book goes in, but we'll get into that in a minute. These probably could have been a little bit better, if I'm honest. There's like little spaces in here. And they are MDF. So obviously they've gone in as a bit of an afterthought, as the hole's maybe a little bit too wide for the books. I might end up just gluing those in. Underneath, what's that on the bottom? Okay, so it just tells you what we got. And that is the case. So let's go check out what else is in the box. Right, let's have a look at the first box of discs. Okay, now they all come in this beautiful leather bound case, I guess, or mini book. On the back there's like an embossed picture. Okay, so in this case we've got what looks to be Thorin's company going on their unexpected journey, which is of course the title of the first Hobbit movie. Inside, so each page it's got a double page piece of artwork from the movie by the looks of it. quite thick pages, as you can see, probably about 3 or 4 mil thick. Little Bilbo, and then we've got the discs which slide into a pocket every other page, I believe. Okay, just scattered with screenshots from the movie. Okay, we've got some special features. Gandalf and Galadriel. Okay, and then we've got some appendices. Chronicles of the Hobbit. Goblin Town. And more appendices. Return to Middle Earth. Okay, so that's the first one, and they're all pretty similar to that, obviously. So, Desolation of Smaug. Looks like that's Erebor, isn't it? Lonely Mountain. And a picture of Smaug on the front. So, pretty similar to the last one. It's going to be artwork. Special features again. Looks like they follow a similar pattern to the one before. Into the Wilderland, Chronicles of the Hobbit. And the journey to Erebor. That's number 2. Here's number 3, which is Battle of the Five Armies. Okay, got the Arkenstone jewel there. And what have we got on the back? It's I can't make out what that is. I don't know. Is it Ravenhill, maybe? You'll know. If you know, put it in the comments. So in here, what have we got? The movie, obviously. These are all extended editions of the movie. Yeah, no theatrical cuts here. I got rid of those a long time ago, because these are far superior. Special features. And then there's that classic scene with the elves going over the top of the Iron Hills dwarves to take on the Gundabad onslaught. So, more appendices. Gathering Storm. There's the Iron Hills. Dane. And here at Journey's End is the last of the appendices from The Hobbit. And there's Bilbo returning home after his journey. So that's Hobbit movies, and of course we've got the classics. So the 4th box set is Fellowship of the Ring. There's the old elven brooch that the Fellowship wear on their cloaks. The movie. Interesting that they are on 2 discs. The movie as before. split into two. So Fellowship. Special features. Oh, I love that scene on the bridge. I remember making a model of these two for somebody's wedding. It was a Shadow and Flame job. You could probably see that's probably on the Facebook page somewhere in the gallery if you look hard enough. But that was a nice piece to work on. Very romantic. Appendices from Book Division. Interestingly enough, the appendices are numbered from number 1 from the Fellowship, and then the later numbers are up here in the Hobbit, even though the discs are numbered in the opposite way. Okay, vision to reality. More behind the scenes. And we've got the gate now, isn't it? The entrance to Moria, Durin's door. Right. So we've got the two towers, got a nice Rohan motif. On the back, oh, it's the two towers. Orthanc and Barad-dûr. So here we go. Movie discs, artwork, special features, appendices, journey continues, Battle for Middle Earth begins, appendices, and behind the scenes. There you go. And the final box set, Return of the King. Obviously, I've got the White Tree of Gondor there. And on the back, it's Minas Tirith. So, is it weird that I'm just playing the music, the soundtrack over in my head as I'm looking at these photographs? It's such an iconic soundtrack, isn't it? It's a shame that the music didn't come with these. That would probably be one improvement, I guess. Look at that. Charge of the Mimikill. Epic. Special features. War of the Ring appendices. Passing of an Age appendices. All behind the scenes. So I don't think there's anything new on these documentaries and that. They've all been seen before in previous editions of the movies. It's just nice to have them really in one big box set. Right, so one of the extras that comes with this is this A5 sheet with the One Ring inscription. Just plain partridge on the back. And it comes with two art prints. So we've got Minas Tirith and Gandalf. There we go. So Gandalf Rides to Minas Tirith by Alan Lee. And what's this one here? So that's from The Hobbit, isn't it? We're in the barrels. Escaping Mirkwood. So there we go. So barrels out of bounds. Barrels out of bounds? Is that a typo? John Howe. That's weird, because the chapter in The Hobbit is barrels out of bond, isn't it? I'm sure it is, unless I'm going mad. Let me have a look. So if I check my Hobbit book, yeah, there you go. So that's interesting. If that's a typo, that's less than impressive if that's a mistake, but still, maybe it is supposed to say that. We'll see. So what else we've got? One last thing. There's this beautiful Bilbo's book, which is bound and tied. These proper leather ties. Beautiful. It is nicely made, if nothing else. So let's have a look inside here. So we've got a nice sketch of the young Bilbo, played by Martin Freeman, of course. Did an excellent job. And then we've got the familiar script that appears in the movies. It's been copied over into this. Okay, and then we've got the introduction, of course. Older Bilbo, Ian Holm. And we've got a map of the Shire, that's nice. And then some sketches. So I think a lot of the sketches in this book are from the movie credit scenes that they were done for. So it's nice just to have hard copies of these that you can peruse at your own enjoyment, I guess. And there's the line of Durin, of course, with Thor and Oakenshield. Some great artwork. A lot of people weren't sold on the look or the aesthetic of the dwarfs in The Hobbit, and to be honest, I was one of those at first, been a bit of a traditionist, but they kind of grew on me, and they do provide them with a bit of their individuality, even if they don't all speak in the film. Jimmy Nesbitt's character in particular I was quite fond of. Okay, we've got another bonus here. We've got that's the map that the Florence Company took with them, or a small copy of the map, should I say. Around. This is really nice. I mean, the quality of this, I mean, the paper's really thick. It's like card, in fact. It's that thick. There's Beorn. Now, the extended scene of Beorn in Desolation of Smaug is far superior than the theatrical cut. You know, I think in the theatrical cut they missed out a lot of when they first got introduced to Beorn, which was one of the funniest things in the book, I thought, and it's nice to see that back in the extended version. I think. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, a lot more Beorn in the extended editions. Spiders. And we've got Legolas and, of course, Tariel, played by the lovely Evangeline Lilly, of course. Yeah, controversial subject, introducing characters that aren't in the book, Legolas, you can probably think, well, he was there, you know. I mean, his dad rules Mirkwood at the end of the day, so it's likely he would have been there. Tariel, of course, a female character, as there aren't many in the original storybooks, which is a kind of a sign of its times, really. But for the modern age, I guess, and the modern cinema goers, let's get some equality in there and get a strong female character going. I wasn't a great fan of the love triangle, and I don't think many of the actors were, but again, that's the studio thinking that's what everyone wanted, when in case it was the opposite, but never mind. Thranduil, Lee Pace did a great job. And there's the barrels. And Bard and Bane. This really does have a feel of one of those really old books. I mean, I spent a long time researching my family tree up at the National Archives and such, and you have to put white gloves on to handle some of the documents there, and yeah, this book's kind of got the same feel to it, so I feel a bit strange not having the white gloves on, thumbing through this, because I feel like I ought to have. It's got that feel of like an old document. So we've got a nice map of Middle Earth. Sorry, slightly off camera there, apologise. Okay, and these are all sort of like thick card, or thin card rather, sort of postcardy things. And there's the classic three rings. One ring to rule them all. Saruman the White. Christopher Lee, rest in peace. Playing a cracking villain, wasn't he? His voice just makes the character, I think. Radagast, Sylvester McCoy. Again, another controversial character. Some thought they played him a bit silly. I thought it was a bit of fun, but then, you know, I like, you can't compare movies to books because they're completely different entertainment formats, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They're just expecting straight conversions from the literature pages, and movies wouldn't work like that. They'd be rubbish. And you have to spice up movies a little bit more. They're a lot shorter. You have to cram a lot more in, and change the storyline somewhat to fit the pacing of the film. And I thought Radagast was okay. Yeah. Maybe the smoke coming out of his ears was a little bit much, but you know, the bird poop and that I can live with. I mean, he does love his animals at the end of the day. Dane, that's another character that I liked. I thought he had some great one-liners, especially against Thranduil, the pointy-eared princess he called him. And there's Ola Bilbo, of course. Just before spoilers, he sets off for the White Shores. Okay, so we've got Bilbo Baggins' family tree on the left there. That's interesting, that's nice. And then some sketches of Bag End itself. And there's Frodo. And his faithful friend Sam, who a lot of people feel is the real hero of the Lord of the Rings. Gandalf. Okay, so another little extra. What have we got here? So it's a plan view of Bag End. So if any of you want to make a an actual working model of bag end, that is what you need to do. Very complex by the looks of things. I don't know, has anyone actually done that? I'd like to see it if you have. Very nice. There's the Westgate again. The drawings really are superb. Edoress, sorry. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? A lot of people making golden haul at the moment with the popularity of Rohan models in the SPG game. Helm's Deep, what a classic battle that was in cinematic history. And then we move on to Gondor. It's an interesting take on the Helder. Didn't quite come out that way in the movie. These sketches are great. Almost feels like you could like smudge them some more with your finger. They're sort of that realistic. What have we got here? Yeah, Wilderland. It's a close up, isn't it? Of the Lonely Mountain. Mirkwood. And so there we have it. That is the book and the extras. Beautiful. I shall tie that back up off camera and pop it back in its case, and we'll do a summary. So there you go, that's a breakdown of what you get in the box. One other thing I forgot to mention was you do get a digital download code, so you can download to your computer or a tablet or smartphone, etc. So you don't have to carry these bad boys around with you on the move. These are just sit at home and just look nice on the sideboard or mantelpiece. So is it worth the money? Probably not. You know, I think you get 30 discs in here, which is the draw for a lot of people, but if that's all you're into, you're only interested into what's on the screen, you know, all those behind the scenes stuff, you can get a condensed box set, a 30 disc box set now, with all 6 movies. Just contains the discs, and you can pick that up for about 65, 70 pounds. So that's a massive saving on how much this costs. I think that when this first came out in 2016, was it? It was like $800 US, which is what, 700 pounds. That's a lot. Even now, I paid over the odds for this one, probably. You know, it was over 500 pounds. But it's something I'm into. It's something that I know, you know, a lot of people don't have, so it's a luxury item that I'm really going to appreciate. Whether or not, you know, bearing in mind you can get the discs elsewhere, so this wooden case, the books and the artwork, you know, is that worth, you know, another £450? Probably not. This is a sensible answer. if you can afford it, then why not? It's something you're into and you're passionate about. Alright. Overall, I'm quite pleased. Yeah, the quality of the artwork and that is really good. Not so sure about these little MDF spacers. I'll probably end up gluing those in so they don't pop out. And the other thing was the barrel's out of bounds. I'm not sure what that's about. Whether that's just a typo or not. But aside from that, I can live with it. And I'm really pleased. And it's going to go over next to my TV area with some of my other DVDs. I'll probably move all my old box sets, my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogy discs. Might get slid upstairs somewhere now. Now that I've got these to go on display. But there you go. That's my unboxing. Hope it sheds some light on to what you can expect to see in there. Is it a massively luxurious item? Yes. Is it quality? For the most part, yes. Is it worth money? Probably not, is my honest answer. But am I glad I got it? Yes, I am. So there you go. I'm going to go and crack on with these bad boys now and see how far we get in the lockdown. Stay safe, wash your hands, and don't go out unless you absolutely need to. Take care.